He doesn't understand anything. He's so in love with his wisdom that he thinks he has.
Coming into this fight, I think it's safe to say that no one believed you could win. We saw the odds go against you 600, 700, 800 to 1, and you just pull off.
He says to me, I said one time when I was 21 years old, 20 years old, the flat earth is real. Like, bro, I was like trolling.
Logan and them coming at you trying to talk crap about you about with the kids.
They basically try to angle it where I was using that to sell pay-per-view.
Anybody who drinks Prime is working for Satan because you're giving them money so they can keep on creating these.
Ryan Garcia's critique. Ryan Garcia's recent win against Devin Haney wasn't just about throwing punches, it was like turning a page in his beef with celebrity influences trying to play boxer. Think of it as drama both in and out of the ring. Garcia isn't shy about calling out internet sensations like Logan Paul and KSI, who stepped into the boxing world with their massive followings. He's basically saying, hey, just because you're famous online doesn't mean you can hang in the ring. Whether it's during sparring sessions or interviews, Garcia doesn't hold back. He's out here questioning whether these internet stars have any real boxing chops or if they're just riding the fame train into the ring. Calling them leeches and culture vultures, Garcia's not mincing words. He's saying they're sucking the life out of boxing without giving anything back. For Garcia, it's not just about throwing punches, it's about respecting the sport. He's got this belief that Paul and KSI are just using boxing to boost their own profiles without actually putting in the work or showing any love for the sport itself. It's like they're crashing the party and stealing all the snacks without bringing anything to the table. And let's be real, Garcia's got a point. Boxing's been around for ages, with its own set of traditions and values. But now, with social media stars hopping into the ring, there's this clash between old-school boxing and the digital age.
He doesn't understand anything. He's so in love with his wisdom that he thinks he has.
Coming into this fight, I think it's safe to say that no one believed you could win. We saw the odds go against you 600, 700, 800 to 1, and you just pull off.
He says to me, I said one time when I was 21 years old, 20 years old, the flat earth is real. Like, bro, I was like trolling.
Garcia's like the guardian of tradition, standing up against the invasion of the influencer brigade. But hey, it's not all about the drama. Garcia's victory over Haney was like the cherry on top, showing that real boxers still rule the ring. It's like a reminder that you can't just buy your way into respect, you gotta earn it with sweat and determination. So while the debate rages on about whether internet sensations belong in boxing, Garcia's making his stance loud and clear. He's not just fighting for himself, he's fighting for the integrity of the sport. And with each punch he throws, he's proving that true boxers aren't made overnight, no matter how many followers you have online. Authenticity and integrity. Ryan Garcia's not just throwing shade at celebrity influencers in boxing for fun, he's all about keeping it real. When he calls out guys like Logan Paul and KSI, he's really saying, hey, let's not forget what boxing's all about. For Garcia, it's not just about throwing punches, it's about staying true to the sport's core values. He's not afraid to speak his mind and question whether these internet stars are in it for the right reasons. He's basically waving the flag for authenticity and integrity in a sport that's all about sweat, skill, and respect. Take Logan Paul, for example. Garcia's not buying into his social activism hype. He's calling it like he sees it. And when it comes to KSI, Garcia's not convinced he's got what it takes in the ring. It's not personal, it's about keeping boxing sacred. Garcia's not out here trying to start beef for the sake of it. He's genuinely concerned about the direction of the sport he loves. By challenging the sincerity of these influencers and their motives, Garcia's fighting to keep boxing from becoming just another platform for personal gain.
Logan and them coming at you trying to talk crap about you about with the kids.
They basically try to angle it where I was using that to sell pay-per-view.
He also claimed that he was brought into the back room at the Vatican and was, experienced stuff there. And
that's a weird individual. Like, how about you say, let me look into it, and if it's true, then dang, we should do something about it.
Ryan Garcia made some heavy claims last week. Ryan Garcia, fight coming up against Haney, right?
At the end of the day, Garcia's just a guy who loves boxing and wants to see it respected. He's not afraid to stand up for what he believes in, even if it means ruffling a few feathers along the way. Because for him, boxing's more than just a sport, it's a way of life, and he's not about to let anyone tarnish its legacy. From mockery to challenge. Garcia's win against Haney wasn't just about the punches thrown, it was also a chance for him to throw some verbal jabs at Logan Paul's Prime Drink sponsorship. Talk about seizing the moment. By poking fun at Paul's sponsorship right after his victory, Garcia showed he's not just a beast in the ring, but also a master of mind games outside of it. It's like Garcia's saying, hey, I see what you're doing with that sponsorship, but don't think I'm not watching.
Prime is the worst ever created. It's gonna kill your guys' brains. Anybody who drinks Prime is working for Satan because you're giving them money so they can keep on creating these. I am training, no, but it's not positive, Scott. They're trying to spin the narrative all crazy.
By calling out Paul's sponsorship, Garcia's not just flexing his wit, he's also hinting at a potential showdown between them in the future. Talk about adding some spice to the mix. And let me tell you, the boxing community was buzzing after Garcia's move. Speculation flew like fists in the ring, with everyone wondering if a clash between Garcia and the YouTube sensation could be on the horizon. It's like watching a rivalry simmer, ready to boil over at any moment. So, while Garcia's victory was sweet, his post-fight antics turned up the heat even more. The tension between him and the YouTube boxing duo, it's palpable, and fans are eating it up. Who knows what's next in this saga? One thing's for sure, when Garcia's involved, expect the unexpected. A fighter's ambitions. Sure, Garcia's been making waves with his beef against Logan Paul and KSI, but don't think for a second that's where his story ends. Garcia's got his eyes set on bigger things. See, while he's been grabbing headlines with his verbal jabs at social media celebs, Garcia's also catching the attention of some heavyweight fighters like Conor Benn and Sean O'Malley. It's like he's saying, hey, I'm not just here to stir up drama, I'm here to throw down in the ring with the big boys. Garcia's victory over Haney? That's just the beginning. He's already talking about facing off against some serious contenders like Sebastian Fundora and Gervonta Davis. Now that's what I call aiming high. And here's the kicker. Garcia's not just looking for any old fight, he's all about those traditional boxing matchups. It's like he's got this deep respect for the sport's roots and values.
And how about you help talk about it? Because you joined every movement you thought was plausible for your platform.
Okay.
Responding to conspiracy theorists.
Oh, okay.
Who have now been ignited by Ryan Garcia.
I will destroy Logan Paul. I've already sparred him. He didn't hurt me once.
What do you think, bro? Should I wear the bag? I feel like it's...
I would wear the bag if I were you, but
Maybe let's get a couple without. His dad's like...
He's not in it for the fame or the fortune. He's in it to leave a legacy that'll be remembered long after he hangs up his gloves. So while the drama with Logan Paul and KSI might be stealing the spotlight for now, Garcia's focused on the real prize, cementing his place among the greats of boxing history. And with his determination and talent, you better believe he's got what it takes to make it happen. Watch out, world. Ryan Garcia's just getting started. The evolution of boxing. Let's dive into the wild world where old-school boxing meets the digital era, with Ryan Garcia leading the charge. Social media explodes, streaming platforms are booming, and suddenly everyone and their grandma's cat has a following online. Enter Logan Paul and KSI, two internet sensations who decide they want to try their hand at boxing. They've got millions of fans cheering them on from behind their screens, but not everyone's thrilled about it. Cue Ryan Garcia, the voice of tradition in a sea of digital noise. Garcia's not shy about calling out these celebrity influencers, and he's got a point. Some folks are like, hey, boxing's about blood, sweat, and tears, not YouTube stunts. But others are like, hold up, maybe there's something to this. Maybe we can attract some new fans and shake things up a bit. It's like a tug-of-war between the old guard and the new wave, and Garcia's right in the middle of it all. On one hand, he's all about preserving the values that have defined boxing for ages: hard work, skill, respect. But on the other hand, he sees the potential for the sport to evolve and grow with the times.
And they're saying that they're trying to spin the narrative. And I used to like Logan and everybody. I thought they were cool.
Body shot challenge, Logan Paul x Ryan Garcia.
I'm going to pray for my enemy. So, Father in heaven, I just lift up this prayer for Logan, for Mike, for KSI.
Knock Devin, how much did that set the tone for this fight?
I mean, my left hook is my left hook. You understand what I'm saying?
So when Garcia throws shade at Paul and KSI, he's not just hating on their hustle. he's sparking a conversation about where boxing's headed. Is it going to stick to its roots, or is it going to embrace the digital revolution? That's the big question swirling around, and Garcia's right there in the ring, ready to duke it out for what he believes in. At the end of the day, Garcia's not just a boxer, he's a symbol of the struggle between tradition and innovation in sports. And as he navigates this crazy, ever-changing landscape, he's not just fighting for himself, he's fighting for the future of boxing itself. Who knew a few punches could carry so much weight? A beacon of authenticity. In the world of boxing, where flashy spectacles and celebrity drama often steal the show, Ryan Garcia is a breath of fresh air. He's like a lighthouse guiding the way with his authenticity shining bright. Garcia isn't afraid to speak up, whether he's throwing punches or throwing shade, and that's what sets him apart. Inside the ring and out, Garcia's all about keeping it real. He's not just here to collect titles and followers, he's on a mission to uphold the true values of boxing. By challenging the status quo and speaking truth to power, Garcia's carving out his own path in the sport. In a landscape where fame and social media clout often dictate success, Garcia's like a reminder that true champions are made of tougher stuff. It's not about the flashy entrances or the viral moments, it's about the blood, sweat, and tears poured into every training session and every fight.
Where are you gonna aim though?
Okay, I'll do better on this.
What?
Alright, so
They don't know it because they're sick people. These are little kids really getting hurt.
tell me when you want.
As Garcia continues to make his mark in the boxing world, he's proving that fame might fade, but grit and determination endure. He's a beacon of hope for those who believe in the purity of the sport, and a reminder that in the end, it's the love for the game that truly defines a champion. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.